This month on Mustang Magazine, NHS students walk out. The Junior Dean explores a new form of transportation. Friendship Club has a dance party. And we meet up with some volunteers sorting for a clothing drive. These stories and more on this April edition of Mustang Magazine.
Hello and welcome to Mustang Magazine. I'm Aidan Mulligan.
And I'm Lexi Hatch. Mustang Magazine is a show produced by advanced broadcast journalism students from Norwood High School.
And today we have a great show, so let's get started. In this first segment, we meet an NHS junior who's facing some pretty serious medical challenges.
Recently, I sat down with her for this month's cover story.
Being in high school can be stressful at times, with classes, sports, and activities. But imagine having to deal with a health condition on top of that.
I will start making this sound like I'm suffocating for air. And I will pass out and don't remember anything.
Jordan Drancon battles epilepsy, a neurological disorder that causes seizures.
I was first diagnosed about 6 years ago. It's a dysfunction of the brain, almost. It's like electric shocks through the brain.
Drancon can have several seizures in any given week.
When I have a seizure in class, I'm definitely embarrassed because I don't know if the people around me have ever witnessed a seizure happen before, but I just have to get up and I have to do it, and that's the easiest way.
According to Drancon, connecting with other students can sometimes be difficult.
Making new friends while having a medical condition is hard at first because, like I said, you don't know what to tell them. You just have to educate them and tell them, I'm fine, I'm going to be okay.
I think I was worried, but I've been around her so long and I know what to do and I understand what's happening. It's not scary.
Not just a seizure, she's a person, she's a great person. Just kind of part of her daily routine and part of things that she goes through just like everyone else in this world.
But not all of Dracon's friends are humans.
I work at the Dedham Animal Rescue League. Since I'm surrounded by animals, those are sort of my therapy, so it helps me calm down.
In the end, Dracon says she just wants to be a normal teenager, and she hopes that others will take the time to understand her.
Ask questions. Just come up to me in the hall, and don't be afraid to ask me, what's it like having a seizure?
For more information about epilepsy, you can visit www.epilepsy.com, or if you see her in the hallway, stop and make a new friend. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Lexi Hatch.
Great story.
Thanks. For more information on this topic, visit the Epilepsy Foundation of New England website at epilepsynewengland.org.
Up next, we catch up with some student protesters who organized a walkout last month. Sophomore Stephen Allinger and Kevin Sisk report.
Following the lead of other schools across the country, student leaders at NHS decided to take a stand and walk out to reduce gun violence.
Now I sit here and I think, what was I doing on Valentine's Day? What were my friends doing on Valentine's Day? Making plans to hang out, see a movie, going to the store to get chocolates, flowers, or maybe just waiting for the next day for it to all go on sale. You know, the students at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas were undoubtedly doing the exact same thing until the end of the day, and that's when their lives changed forever.
With over 100 students walking out, student organizers made clear why they were taking action.
We're doing it to honor the victims of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas shooting and all other shootings at schools, and to bring awareness to the fact that this is an issue, and to call on Congress to make changes to our gun control legislation to hopefully solve the problem.
Okay, so I know that this act won't change Congress and the government's mind, but I believe that this is a start. This isn't the difference, but it's the start to something.
These students wanted to make their voices heard, and in front of NHS, they displayed how they could walk out to speak out. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Stephen Allinger.
Nearly 200 students participated in the demonstration, and we're proud to report no major issues with NHS administration.
Speaking of administration, Junior Dean Andy Garzinski has been a part of NHS Dean's office since 2010, but a recent injury has him struggling to get around the school.
Freshman reporters Anthony Scavato and Kendra DiTullio caught up with him in his newfound form of transportation.
NHS Junior Dean Andy Garzinski had surgery recently to repair some old damage in his left ankle.
It was from playing football for so many years, and I was walking in pain for about 3 years, so I needed to get it done.
Garzinski is used to getting around easily, but his current situation has him seeking alternative sources of transportation.
I've been told I go too fast sometimes, yes. I do take advantage of being able to get to places quickly, so that's been fun. I gotta be careful I don't run anybody over.
The scooter is a loan from technology teacher Bob Jones, who had used it for a past injury.
When I'm used to just moving around as quickly as I can, instead I have to slow down and take my time.
Being a dean and a gym teacher, Garzinski is constantly moving. So he says the scooter has been a really big help.
I gotta back this out or pull it in and get my way in. I just pedal around, push myself around. It's just to get around.
And with some help from the NHS guidance department, Garzinski has been pimping out his ride.
Mrs. Cartland put the streamers on, and Miss McDonald got me the bell, and Miss Daigle got me the basket, and they're all having fun time decorating it, and I have fun with it. You know, with them, I ring the bell when I come in guidance, especially. So that's been kind of the fun part.
So look for Garzinski racing through the hallways. And if you happen to catch up with him, make sure you wish him a speedy recovery. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Kendra DiTullio.
Thanks, guys, and we're really impressed with that story from those first-time freshman reporters.
In fact, we think this year's crop of TV freshmen are very talented. So talented, we're going to play a couple more of their stories.
For this next segment, we sent freshmen Niev Devaney and Rose Donovan to find their groove at the latest Friendship Club dance.
The Friendship Club recently converted the cafeteria into a nightclub for their annual dance party.
I like to dance and get crazy, but whenever I do that in the real world, I get judged because I'm crazy.
It's our third year. It's totally a non-judgment zone. You just come as you are.
Senior organizer Emily Rooney says that a lot of work went into the theme.
Tonight is our annual Friendship Club dance, and our theme is clubbing it. We had to do food, decorations, DJ, all that stuff. So I mean, it was a big team effort.
And they had a lot of help with the decorations from another NHS club.
Our Honor Society, they pitched in and really transformed the dining hall into a nightclub. Helped out tons with some dancing silhouettes.
Senior Michaela Weinstein says she enjoys dancing and playing games with her friends.
Like seeing everyone out there having fun, like everyone just being not stressed out and not all worried about everything else and just going out there and having fun and being themselves.
For some members of the Friendship Club, this type of event is the only time they'll ever experience a dance party.
Well, the dance is nice for the kids who are in Friendship Club to just have that experience.
At our semi or our prom, sometimes they won't get included as much as we would like. And I feel like this is a great time for them to mingle with students and other people in the community.
It's really nice to just come out and be there for them.
The annual dance also serves as a fundraiser.
It raises a lot of money for the club too, and it's just a good way to celebrate what we've been doing for the whole year.
Friendship Club will meet a few more times this year, every other Thursday. See Ms. Kelly for details. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Rose Donovan.
Thanks, girls. The dance looked like a fun party.
Keeping with the party theme, let's head over to the Oldham Fair, where high school volunteers are helping their elementary school counterparts have some fun.
Freshmen Murphy Rowan and Joe Demaray report.
Oldham alumni are volunteering at the school's annual fair. NHS freshmen Rose Donovan and Molly Cronin say they like helping out.
If I do something fun with them, it makes them happy and I like making them happy.
Well, when I came to the Oldham for elementary school, this used to be my favorite day of the year, so I just come back to help out.
Current students say they enjoy hanging out with the older kids.
I just like how the older kids like to come back and do it. It makes the fair fun.
The Oldham Fair is an annual fundraiser that supports the school's parent-teacher organization. Parent member Kathleen Hare helps coordinate the event.
This is an amazing school. I mean, with all the teachers, the parent volunteers, I think it's such a great community of people that come together. It's so great to see kids that have been through this school come back and see how much the school has changed and contribute. They're just a huge help. It's great.
Third grade Oldham teacher Kathy Barnacle agrees, and she says she always enjoys seeing her former students return to volunteer each year.
It's important for the students to give back to the schools that they leave, and for the middle and high school kids to come back to the elementary. I think it's important for the younger kids to see them. It's easier for the older kids to guide the younger ones, especially through crafts and games and things like that.
And after 4 years of helping out, Donovan now says she's a master volunteer.
When you come in, you buy tickets, and the amount of tickets you get is like the stuff you can do. So like bracelet making is like 2 tickets, cakewalk is like 4, and like bouncy house is like 4.
While all the attractions cost tickets, some are more popular than others.
I like to do the cakewalk up on the stage because it's very fun because you get to go around and if you win, you get cakes.
So they spin a wheel, and if they land on a number and you're on that number, you win a cake.
The fair is over for now, but organizers say it will be back next year and they'll still be looking for plenty of volunteers. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Murphy Rowan.
Thanks, guys. Look for the Oldham Fair again next spring.
Now let's head back to NHS for this next story. Recently, we caught up with some freshman volunteers who are sorting donations in the gym for a local charity.
Reporters Juliana O'Neill and Jenny Pusey bring us the scoop.
8 a.m. on Saturday can be pretty early for a teenager, but not for freshman Jade Perry. She's hard at work volunteering.
Today we're doing a regional quality sort for our Criddles to Crowns clothing drive.
Norwood High School is a drop-off location for clothing collected by Walpole, Dover, and Millis High Schools. Today, Perry and her volunteers sorted 128 bags.
Last year we all had trouble sorting, and I feel like this gives people an opportunity to come together and help.
Today's Cradles to Crayons sorting event is one of many happening around the state, coordinated by Project 351 and students like Jade Perry. Executive Director Carolyn Casey says it's Perry and her volunteers that make events like this possible.
I consider Jade a natural leader. She's incredibly sensitive and compassionate and deeply caring. Those values plus her skills make her a really incredible leader and young person.
Project 351 is a nonprofit organization made up of 8th grade ambassadors and their high school alumni from 351 cities and towns in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Their goal is to support community service projects throughout the state.
Each year we do 4 different projects. We do fall service, which is food drive. Spring service, which is participating now, is the clothing drive. And we do 2 different reunions, which we also do service.
Now in her 2nd year of working with Project 351, Perry says she's made a lot of new friends while volunteering.
As a person, I'm really quiet, so I don't usually express my ideas or anything, but all the people here are so nice and you can always just connect with them in some way.
And her peers say they've noticed a change in Perry since her time working with the group.
She's definitely improved in the time that I've seen her, from being more shy to talking more, and she's definitely grown more through that.
She's definitely grown as a person, become more confident, and sees the power that she can hold just by doing things for other people.
Project 51 has given me confidence to spread my ideas.
Freshman year is winding down now for Jade Perry and Project 351, but that just means she's got 3 more years of service. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Juliana O'Neill.
Thanks, girls. Jade Perry is a great example of being giving and generous.
NHS actually has a lot of giving people. In fact, I recently sat down with junior class president Gia Rodriguez and her father as they organized a relief effort for the victims in Puerto Rico. Back in September, Hurricane Maria devastated the island of Puerto Rico, and junior Gia Rodriguez and her father William have decided to help out.
I came up with an idea with my dad to start a drive at our school, so we're gonna put bins all around the school and posters stating materials that they could benefit from getting.
Items like garbage bags, canned food, feminine products, and disinfectants would be a huge help.
And once all the bins are full, we will take them and bring them to our resource that we have in Florida who can ship them to Puerto Rico.
And due to the fact that they have family members on the island, Gia and her father were deeply affected.
I think partly it's kind of a family thing and a connection to the island kind of thing, that's our people and no one wants to see them suffering and struggling because we're here living happy lives with all the stuff we need, and they're over there like struggling to survive. So I think a lot of that was that reason. And also Puerto Rico has yet to get all of their power back. They're expecting it in May, if then. My uncle just got his power back a week ago. I feel like people have kind of forgotten that it even happened, the whole thing. It's not talked about anymore. It was like it happened for a month. Whoa, what happened to Puerto Rico? What happened to Texas? All these hurricanes, and then it's like forgotten about.
Besides collecting supplies and money for the people of Puerto Rico, Gia also wanted to raise their spirits in a different way.
Beautiful things that my daughter did too was they wrote letters to young people. So when I went down there, they wrote them in Spanish. Went down there, it impacted about 200 kids.
They were Christmas letters, so they said like, Merry Christmas, our prayers are with you, stay strong, we love you. Just messages to help raise their spirits a little bit. The smallest little thing, these letters made so many of these little kids' days. Like, I got a letter back from a 13-year-old girl who was like, I look up to you, you're a role model to me, like, thank you for doing this. I've never even met her. And like, just to know that somebody else like thinks of you that way, it's just really nice.
You think that money is going to make the difference. Just uplifting the spirit of a child, you've done your job.
So if you want to help out, put donations in the bins around the school or ask Gia and her father for any suggestions. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Aiden Mulligan. If you'd like to contribute to the Rodriguez relief effort, look for the donation cans throughout the school.
Social justice is a hot topic right now among teens, and Senora Kelly's Level 2 Spanish classes decided to get in on the trend. Senior staff reporter Julia Higgins reports.
Miss Kelly's sophomore class is doing the annual social action project, using their Spanish skills to fix issues among our society.
I believe it's been 5, maybe 6 years. I think it's 6 years now.
Because she's been assigning this project for so long, she says it's important to let the students pick the social issue, because if it's something that interests them, they'll get the job done right.
Well, Senor Kelly wanted us to do a social action project to take up all of term 3, and we started off with a bunch of ideas, like we were going to do people who don't have a place to live, hunger, poverty, but we ended up just deciding doing racism.
So it varies, but yes, we have raised money, we've raised funds, we've raised items, and the students are really in control.
One of the key moves to success in this project is making the awareness something teens will be able to find in their environment easily.
Well, so we made posters, and you can find them around the school. We made one English poster and one Spanish poster to promote being against racism and just trying to stop it. Some groups made an Instagram page. My group made a website, and we're going to donate some money to YW Boston, which is a fund for equal rights for women and just racism and stuff.
But despite all the good that this project does, it's also a major key to incorporate the foreign language in it.
So the main objectives are some of the objectives that they need to meet are basically organizing, collaborating, cooperating, persuading others to join a cause. So the vocab comes first, obviously, and then we kind of let them rein in. We give them some grammar structures in order to, polite requests and impersonal expressions, as well as, commanding people. But so we give them what they need, and then they kind of fly with it. So the action piece is actually thought of by them. I sometimes can lead them if they're not quite sure what they want, but basically they're in control of the project themselves.
And the most important part, of course, is coming up with the Spanish slogan.
We're selling bracelets, and it has our slogan on it, which is, you use your heart for love, so don't use skin for hate.
They're talking about racial issues and how we can live in harmony, and there's those bracelets that have their slogan on it are going to be for $2. They're starting to sell them as of tomorrow.
While this class focuses on racial issues, the other classes teamed up to help those children in foster care.
So this is from 2 other classes are actually collaborating together, and they're doing a drive for foster care, for foster families, as well as for just people that are just entering the system at the Department of Children and Family Services.
And while here at NHS, all students, including you, are eligible to donate any children's items to help the cause.
So we're looking, a lot of babies are coming in because of the opioid epidemic right now. So we need a ton of baby stuff, pacifiers, bibs, diapers, formula. But we don't want to leave anybody out, so we're asking for teens, maybe some chargers or some headbuds, earbuds, or whatever you guys call them. And, you know, anything in between.
This project showed great impact on the kids in realizing what is right while having fun.
Yeah, I had fun doing it. I had fun like doing the research and being able to do it with my friends. It was really like, I'm a firm believer in equal rights and stuff like that. So it was hard, but the outcome is definitely worth it.
Remember, Mustangs, use your heart for love and not your skin for hate. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Julia Higgins.
Thanks, Julia, and congratulations to those Spanish classes on their amazing social action campaigns.
Well, that brings us to the end of this month's show. Thanks for watching.
To see more Mustang Magazine stories, be sure to check us out online at mustang.media or hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat.
See you next time.
Yeah. Are you the director? Yes. Cool.
Brandon, I'm burning.
Stop. Yeah, I know. Speaking of administration, it's hard to say. Well, you stopped at the wrong spot. Yeah.
Just go.
Go.
Thanks, guys. And we're really impressed with that story from those first-time freshman reporters. You need to stop. Like, whoever's doing that.
I can hear that.
I just want to do it. For this next segment, we said freshmen need...
Yeah.
I can't say that. I cannot say that.
See you next time.
Damn.